Are you tired of dating people who think good morning texts are clingy, but expect you to read their mind when they're upset? Well, buckle up, Buttercup, because we're about to drag some dating habits through the mud and crown others as relationship royalty. I've survived enough romantic train wrecks to write a survival guide, so trust me when I say some of these habits will make you want to throw your phone in rice and start fresh. Let's start with the most hated dating habits that make people want to block you faster than a spam caller. Number 1, the I don't believe in labels person. Oh, you don't believe in labels? Cool, so you're basically saying you want all the benefits of a relationship with none of the commitment or accountability. You want to act like a boyfriend, but disappear when it's time to meet my friends. You want girlfriend privileges, but refuse to delete your dating apps. Here's a label for you: emotionally unavailable with commitment issues and a side of manipulation. If you're over 25 and still saying you don't believe in labels, you're not deep and mysterious. You're just scared of being held accountable for your actions. Quick poll time. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you want to throw your phone when someone says they don't do labels? And be honest, have you ever used this line to avoid commitment? Number 2, the I'm just really honest asshole. I'm just brutally honest, I tell it like it is. No bestie, you're just rude with no social skills, and you use honesty as an excuse to be a terrible human being. There's a difference between being honest and being cruel. Your haircut looks bad isn't honesty, it's you being an asshole with no filter. Real honesty is, hey, I don't think we're compatible. Not, you're too clingy and your laugh is annoying. If you have to preface everything with, I'm just being honest, you're probably just being mean. Number 3, the weaponized therapy speak. You're being really toxic right now, and I think you need to work on your attachment style, because you're clearly projecting your trauma onto me. Sir, this is an Applebee's, and I asked you to put your phone away during dinner. Stop using therapy language to manipulate people and avoid accountability. You learnt the word gaslighting last week, and now everything is gaslighting. You're not a therapist, you're a person who watched one TikTok about attachment theory. Okay, confession time. Have you ever been therapy speak manipulated? Tell me about the time someone tried to diagnose you, instead of just apologising. Number 4, the traditional gender roles enforcer. They want you to be a feminine woman who cooks, cleans and looks pretty, but they also expect you to work full-time and split all the bills. Or they want to be the provider and protector, but then get mad when you have any opinions about money or want to make your own decisions. Pick a lane, bestie. You can't cherry-pick the parts of traditional relationships that benefit you while ignoring the parts that require you to actually step up. You want a 1950s wife with a 2025 salary, or you want to be a 1950s husband with 2025 expectations of emotional labour from women. If you're going to play traditional gender roles, commit to the whole package or admit you just want the benefits without the responsibility. Real talk? Have you ever dated someone who wanted traditional gender roles, but only when it benefited them? How long did it take you to realise they just wanted a mummy they could sleep with? Be so for real right now. Number 5, the performative feminist, judge ally. They talk a big game about equality and respecting women, but then expect you to split the bill while they order the most expensive thing on the menu. They post about women's rights on Instagram, but interrupt you constantly and mansplain your own job to you. They say they're not like other guys because they respect women, but then get angry when you don't sleep with them after they held a door open. Performative allyship is not attractive. Actually respecting women as human beings shouldn't be your entire personality. Real talk. Have you ever dated a performative feminist? How long did it take you to realise that activism was just a dating strategy? But wait, before we keep going, if any of these worst dating habits sound a little too familiar and you're realising you might be the problem, don't forget to send some fresh roses to your ex or that special someone as an apology. Click our affiliate link below to send fresh flowers right to their door, and honestly, after calling out half of you in this video, some of you definitely owe someone flowers. Plus, it helps us pay for our Wi-Fi so we can keep roasting your dating disasters and producing more content to help you get your love life together. Now, back to our regularly scheduled dating chaos. Let's flip the script to the most loved dating habits that make people want to wife you up immediately. Number 1, they actually delete their dating apps. Not hide them in a folder. Not just stop using them, they actually delete them and tell you they deleted them. Revolutionary concept. When you're dating someone exclusively, you stop looking for other people to date. I know, it's a wild idea in 2025. Question for you, how long should someone wait before deleting their dating apps? And have you ever caught someone still swiping while dating you? Number 2, they don't make you compete for basic respect. They don't have a roster. They don't keep their options open. They don't make you feel like you're auditioning for the role of girlfriend. When they choose you, they actually choose you. Not you and 3 other people they're getting to know. You're not in a competition for someone's attention. You're either their priority or you're not. Number 3, they have their own life and don't make you their entire personality. They have friends, hobbies and goals that don't revolve around you. They don't drop everything the second you text. They don't cancel plans with friends every time you're available. They understand that healthy relationships require 2 whole people, not one person absorbing the other. Here's a big one. What's more attractive, someone who drops everything for you, or someone who has their own life but makes time for you? Let me know what you think in the comments. Number 4, they communicate like an adult, not a mind reader. When something bothers them, they tell you. They don't expect you to guess what's wrong. They don't give you the silent treatment and expect you to figure it out. I'm fine actually means they're fine, not that you need to spend 3 hours decoding their mood. They use their words like a grown-up, instead of playing emotional charades. Number 5, they match your energy without keeping score. If you plan a date, they plan the next one. If you text first sometimes, they text first sometimes. They don't keep a mental spreadsheet of who did what. They contribute to the relationship without making it feel like a business transaction. Let's get interactive. Rank these green flags from most important to least important. Deleting dating apps, not making you compete, having their own life, communicating directly, or matching your energy. What's your number 1 must-have? But wait, there's more. Let's talk about the weirdly controversial habits that will either make you fall in love or run for the hills. The Let's Go Dutch insister. They insist on splitting everything 50-50 from day one. Either this is refreshing equality or they're cheap and using feminism as an excuse to never pay for anything. The social media ghoster. They refuse to post about you or acknowledge your relationship online. Either they're private and mature or they're keeping their options open and don't want other people to know you exist. The family introducer. They want you to meet their parents after 2 weeks. Either they're serious about you and have healthy family relationships, or they're love bombing you and moving way too fast. Okay, I need to know, which of these controversial habits would be a deal breaker for you? And what's the most controversial dating opinion you have that people always argue with you about? Here's the thing about dating habits. Some of you all are going to be mad at me for calling out your favourite manipulation tactics. But the truth is, half of what we call dating preferences are just trauma responses and avoidance strategies, dressed up as standards. Speaking of controversial, what's a dating habit that everyone says is toxic but you actually think is fine? I bet the comments are about to get spicy. And let's be real, we've all been both the green flag and the red flag in different relationships. The difference is whether you're willing to admit it and work on yourself, or if you just blame everyone else for not understanding you. Time for some brutal honesty. What's your most toxic dating habit that you refuse to change because you think it's actually a good thing? Come on, we all have one. The key is finding someone whose red flags complement your red flags. Someone who's toxic matches your toxic. Someone who thinks your manipulation tactics are charming. Just kidding. Please go to therapy. But also, maybe don't change everything about yourself for someone who doesn't appreciate your authentic mess. Final controversial question. What's the dating habit that everyone thinks is romantic, but you think is actually a red flag? I have a feeling this is going to start some fights in the comments. This has been Date or Detonate, where we keep it real about the beautiful disaster that is modern dating. Hit subscribe if you've ever been called toxic for having standards. And make sure you answer all those questions I asked. Your controversial takes fuel my content.
Thanks for watching Date or Detonate.